They say that truth is stranger than fiction, and that may be true. It's no secret that there are many strange things going on in our world that we the people will never know about, and we only hear about these things when officials decide to go on record and detail them, helping us to better understand how we're truly left in the dark about some subjects. The argument could be made that sometimes this is for the best. However, others who have an interest in mysterious topics have often voiced their opinion on how they would love to know more. This is where the Freedom of Information Act comes in, and in recent years it's helped many people uncover some of the strange things that happen in our world. For those unaware, the Freedom of Information Act gives people the right to know about certain activities going on in regards to those in authority. Sometimes though, these officials have outright refused to share information with the public, only leading to more questions being asked. However, in recent years hundreds of thousands of documents have been published online, some of which have been done without the public's knowledge. There's some laws that say that you have to release documents every couple of decades or so. One of these in the United Kingdom is that of the 30-year rule, which states that certain government documents have to be released to the public 30 years after they were created. As mentioned though, the government have been criticised as some of these documents that are of particular interest are being held back on purpose, one of which is the Calvine incident, which has been described by those working for the government as the holy grail of mysterious flying crafts. It was scheduled for declassification on the 1st of January 2021, and many were excited for its release. However, the government didn't release the documents and photographs, leaving many frustrated, and claiming that officials have proof of these mysterious crafts. Due to hundreds of thousands of documents being released online in recent years, people are constantly finding strange documents, and although many of them are not of interest in detailed general administration work, some have caught people's attention for the strange things that they go on to detail. This document details that 23 soldiers were attacked by 5 extraterrestrials, and this was after an encounter went wrong in Siberia back in 1993. The document details the following. After Mikhail Gorbachev dissolved in 1991, the top KGB Secret Intelligence Administration, a lot of material from that department found their way abroad, in particular to the CIA. As reported by the Authoritative magazine, US intelligence obtained a 250-page file on the attack of a UFO on a military unit in Siberia. The file contains not only many documentary photographs and drawings, but also testimonies by actual participants in the events. One of the Central Intelligence Agency representatives referred to this case as a horrific picture of revenge on the part of the extraterrestrial creatures, a picture that makes one's blood freeze. End quote. According to the KGB material, a quiet, low-flying spaceship in the shape of a saucer appeared above a military unit that was conducting routine training maneuvers. For unknown reasons, someone unexpectedly launched a surface-to-air missile, and it hit the UFO. It fell to Earth not far away, and 5 short humanoids with large heads and large black eyes emitted from it. It stated in the testimonies by 2 soldiers that remained alive that after freeing themselves from the debris, the aliens came close together and then merged into a single object that acquired a spherical shape. That object began to buzz and hiss sharply, and then became brilliant white. In a few seconds, the spheres grew much bigger and exploded by flaring up with an extremely bright light. At that very instant, 23 soldiers who had watched the phenomenon turned into stone poles. Only 2 soldiers who stood in the shade and were less exposed to the luminous explosion survived. The KGB report goes on to say that the remains of the UFO and the petrified soldiers were transferred to a secret scientific research institution near Moscow. Specialists assume that a source of energy that is still unknown to Earthlings instantly changes the structure of the soldiers' living organisms, having transformed it into a substance whose molecular composition is no different from that of a limestone. a Central Intelligence Agency representative stated the following: "If the KGB file corresponds to reality, this is an extremely menacing case. The aliens possess such weapons and technology that goes beyond our assumptions. They can stand up for themselves if attacked." End quote. People were surprised when they read this document, saying that it's the proof that they've been looking for. Another interesting thing that was picked up on was the fact that the Central Intelligence Agency didn't seem to dismiss the mysterious flying craft, with some pointing out that because this document was kept in secret, there's no language of them trying to debunk this, but rather it sounds like they were genuinely worried and were concerned about the encounter. One skeptic though said you should be careful about what you read, especially when it's from the CIA, noting that they're the best at disinformation, and what better way than to make up a document that details a mysterious object turning soldiers into stone. However, believers have said that skeptics are set in their way and won't change their mindset, with them saying that when you get genuine proof and documents they still don't believe them. After all, these were released by the Central Intelligence Agency themselves. There's been no follow-up to this document, so it's not known what happened to the men or the strange craft, what the Russians did with the strange object, and what happened to those soldiers that were turned to stone. The Central Intelligence Agency has a long history with mysterious flying crafts, and investigators have said that they're some of the first people on the scene whenever something like this happens. Something amateur researchers have said is that there's many other documents that detail similar things, and notes that if this is the stuff that they've released online, imagine what they're hiding from us. So what do you guys make of these interesting documents, and do you think this encounter happened? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.